Hi guys, basically doing another video on Windows operating systems. This time I'm doing from Windows 1.0 to Windows Vista and showing the progression between each of the operating systems. Now I don't have all of them installed in VMware this time. I've got most of the major ones. As you can see, there's a timeline before you that shows you all the different desktop versions up to XP. It's a little bit out of date. You can find it on Microsoft. I'll leave the link in the description. I don't have Windows NT and NT Workstation here, but I'm sure there's videos on these operating systems. So I'll be showing you Windows 1 and the difference between this and this, which is Windows Vista. So Windows 1 was announced in November 1983 and it was released in November 1985. I can't show you the version because there isn't even a program for it on this Windows 1. I'll just show you Reversey, which you might, if you've seen the advert, I suggest you search for Steve Ballmer if you haven't. And you can see him trying to sell Windows 1 control panel. So yeah, you just go a couple of videos back from this video to see more on Windows 1 and 2. Windows 2 was released in December 1987. I think I'll turn this one off. So here I have mouse support, so you can just go File, About, and it shows you that it's 2.03. Open Paint like last time. There's not much difference here, apart from the fact I can use a mouse. And we can exit this. You'll notice that there's no close. Follow me. You'll notice that there's no close button here. They just minimise and maximise. Yeah, very, very crude operating systems, early development ones. Windows 3.1 released April 1992. I was 4. So this one I've got CD-ROM support on, and I think the other two versions, 2 and 1, had support for EGA displays. This has got VGA support. If I'm wrong about any of this, then please correct me, leave a message, tell me how rubbish I am. Windows version 3.10 here. I'll just show you Paint in this one. As you can see, it's a lot different than the other one. You go like that. Wow, it's still no maximise here. 95 is really the main revolution in the desktop experience that we experience today. Windows 95 was released in 1995 and it sold 1 million copies in 4 days, I believe. These errors are all because I didn't insert the disk, or there's a scratch on the disk, or it didn't recognise the disk for network drivers, but it doesn't really matter because it's just for demonstration purposes. So Microsoft Windows 95 here. We'll show you, as you can see, there's the taskbar here. I'll show you my computer actually. As you can see, there's the minimise, maximise and close, a lot different than the other one. We'll go on to Media Player. Follow me, screen recorder. Media Player was included in this one, which I don't think you got. I think you might have got a CD player, I'm not sure. But yeah, Media Player comes with Windows 95. Doesn't have a version, and it's called Microsoft Media Player. Very basic, but there are several upgrades for 95 for the software. Then came along Windows 98, which was in June 1998. Then came along 98 SE in May 1999. 98 SE having much better support for things like USB. I think that sold a lot more copies than 98 did. And things like webcams that you can buy today are still compatible with Windows 98 SE. So hopefully we will start. There we go. As you can see, 98 desktop, not much different to 95, apart from there's a quick launch bar, which you can get for 95, but I think it's with an Internet Explorer upgrade. Here's my computer. When you click on something like the C drive, it shows you all the space in a pie chart, which is quite handy. A little scrolling. 98 second edition, 4.10.222A. I think with 95 you could get 95A, 95B and 95OSR2, which I think is hard to get hold of. Either way, we'll show you media player again, and here we are at 6.01. so this was included with the 98 SE edition of Windows 98. I suppose we'll just show WinVer. There you go, Windows 98. So that's Windows 98 SE. Windows 2000. As I said before, I spend a lot of time going through each one, but I've got 10 minutes to explain them all. So there are different versions like NT4 and things like that. Windows 2000 was released in February 2000. This is based on Windows NT technology. This was mainly for businesses, but it can be used for home as well. I remember using this a couple of years ago at my college. I mean, that's what, 2006, so people still use it. We'll open up my computer. So it's the C drive. This was actually released before ME. I didn't realise it was, but it was. So it's still got this pie chart thing going, which they don't have in XP anymore. See in the properties, Microsoft Windows 2000. And as this is sort of a corporate or business version, whatever you want to call it, the Windows Media Player is still not like you get today, so 6.4. So this is Windows 2000 version 5, NT version 5 I think. So we'll power off that one. ME is regarded, 2000 is regarded as the really stable operating system, and ME I think was regarded as the not so good operating system. Feel free to leave a comment of what you think of each of the operating systems. I'm sure people have got a lot of things to say about Windows ME, and probably a lot to say about Windows Vista, and probably a lot to say about Linux as well, and Mac. So, I haven't shut this down properly before. Close this. Okay. Same startup sound as 2000. Microsoft Windows ME. Open up my computer. Show you that, as you can see, there's not much change really in Millennium Edition, apart from the fact that it wasn't very good. WinVer. Microsoft Windows Millennium Edition. So the version of Windows Media Player that came with this is 7, and it was released in September 2000, while Windows 2000 was released in February 2000. And Microsoft Windows XP, there's XP Professional, Home and Media Center. Home, I can't remember the difference between Home and Pro. I think Pro everyone regarded as the better one, and a lot of people have Pro on their computer at home. I think it's more stable than Home is, but both Home and Pro are using Windows NT technology, which is based on 2000, which is based on NT. So this is Windows XP. Then there's Windows Media Center had Windows Media Center 2002 and 2005, I think, something like that. If I'm wrong, feel free to correct me. And I'll just quickly show you the version because I'm running out of time. So there's Windows XP Service Pack 1, Service Pack 2 and Service Pack 3. Come on. Okay, Windows Media Player is on Windows Media Player 9. Can we get to my version? Here we go. Windows XP Professional Service Pack 3. So this was released in October 2001. And this is Windows Vista. This would take too long to start. Going to WinVer. This is the ultimate version, which combines Home and Pro things. There's obviously several different versions, which I won't go into all of them. You probably know them anyway. And the version of Media Player is 11, and this was released in January 2007. I'm running out of time, so thanks for watching my video, and please comment and rate.